So you're going through the program, you're approaching go live or getting towards that point, and you start thinking about the operating model that you're going to need to manage cloud. So how did that differ for you from on-premise applications to managing a cloud environment? What did you start thinking about in terms of the operating model that you were going to need?
Well, yeah, it was very, as I said earlier, we had multiple systems previously, admittedly, and that was both finance and HR thinking about that in a little bit more detail. And we wanted to bring that into one unified solution. That was one of the key decisions around the cloud solution with Oracle we picked as well, that we felt by having all the data together in an integrated way would provide us more insight into how we perform, and reporting and analytics could be unlocked from that, and insights for the organisation. The other thing to say is by stripping away some of those legacy systems and on-premise, you're really taking away some of the technical and engineering constraints and hosting, and also slimming back on the contracts, which again in its own right is advantageous, because contract management is complex, and the more you have, it's the more conversations and overheads you have. So we find that by having the cloud solution, we can focus more on a business conversation these days, rather than a kind of a technical start of what we can do. It's more, what does the business want to do, and what does the cloud provide and can meet their needs.
That's quite important, actually, if you think about some of the continual updates that carry on coming through, that business engagement, because you can carry on serving them. So in terms of the model itself, was there any difficulties you faced in actually embedding that new operating model and a new way of working, I guess, in the cloud?
Well, I didn't quite perhaps finish with the last question completely. I should have also added that as part of the unified solution, we kept the team unified, which I think is really important. Whereas you might choose, as we did previously have in the organisation, we had procurement separate from finance, separate from payroll, and separate from an HR, whereas my support team are all together now. We all sit under myself and then serve our various business areas. We did remain under finance, for those who might have been interested in that. We're now part of digital services, as the feeling was that now we'd achieved the implementation, we could move into more of a central space, which digital service seemed the right place for us in Norfolk. But the important piece was keeping the team together going forward, which, to the point about the regular change, and it leads to the point I said earlier about a change partner. The issue is, and I don't want it to be a reflection on our change partner, this conversation, it's about the change never stops. Yeah. So really you need to have that embedded locally, and I think, like I say, we still work on that now.
Andy, thank you for taking the time today to share your insights with us.
Absolutely welcome, Aaron. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.